So this is going to be a quick video, but it's obvious to me that they're using our trains, or the railroad, to for a lot of the sabotage work that they're doing now. For a lot of the psyops. It's obvious to me that because trains are vulnerable, so they can use them to do a lot of the terrorist work, and it's not hard to see. Everybody remember this last train here, the one that crashed? I think that was in Philly, and they seem like we're having these events, these sabotage event, because that's what they are. They're sabotaging the railroad. All right, after certain things that go down in the government. So they're using them as an implied threat. Like they shut up the hotel. Remember, everybody shut up the hotel last year. Shut up some schools, I think. These are all deep state terrorist act, right? To threaten the government, to set up or to send a message. So now this train here, what's a truck doing on a railroad track when lawmakers are passing? Anyone ask a question? This is what I think happened. The driver or the truck was placed there remotely, or the driver was already dead. What they were hoping to do was to derail the train, and they probably had mercenaries on standby, like snipers and what have you. So when the train got derailed off its track, they would either snipe those lawmakers, shut them up, or go in and kill them. Who would ever know? But that would be a message well sent. So they probably wanted to kill some of the lawmakers, right? And just say, well, nobody would admit that the lawmakers, like some of these guys, were shut up. I mean, say, come on, folks. It's just so plain to me. I don't know how other folks don't see this. This was a big deep state, hit. And they were trying to also send a message because of this memo that is about to be released. They were trying to threaten the government. They're trying to threaten lawmakers. And but it's not going to work, because people are onto you all, right? People are onto you guys. After 9/11, when you all blow up the World Trade Center, throw us into a false war with Afghanistan and start shipping opium back into the country at an alarming rate. Everybody remember those opium fields in Afghanistan? Was like the Taliban, as bad as they were, crazy as they were, they almost had those fields eradicated. But George Bush, oh no, we're going in there. Before you know it, the field was back in full swing. Now we got an opium epidemic. Trump wants to build a wall. The wall it's symbolic. It's not so much a wall to keep people out. It's about taking your country back. These globalists, this Khazarian globalists, had a world plan. The plan was so cynical. It was a dark plan, people. It was a plan to subjugate the human race. It was so dark and cynical. Remember Clinton was saying how she wanted to send all men that should be sent to re-educational camp. Where'd she get that from? That's a Chinese model that she was going to use to send all the men to re-educational camp. That tied into all the whole transgender and everything. They wanted to degrade the human race and subjugate us. That's what the globalists wanted to do. These are globalist plans. It's not about black or white. The globalists don't care about whether you're black. They don't care whether you're white. They don't care whether you're from what party you're from. Don't people get this? It's not about black, white, party, or nothing. They wanted to subjugate the world. I'm going to paint a little picture for you. As a man, you would be living in a little cubicle. You'd be told when to go to bed, when to get up, where to work. You'd go home at night. You sleep in a little box. They'd feed you a certain amount of calories, just enough to keep you alive, barely functioning as a human being. And they'd give you a certain amount of time to live. When the time has expired, maybe they'd send a little scantily clad girl to come around and say, "Sir, your time and this plane have expired. What music would you like for your transition?" And you'd faithfully obey. You'd faithfully obey because you have no more fight left in you. Your spirit will be broken. You'd be a broken human being. You'd be a broken human being with no reasons for living. And you'd lay down. They'd stick a syringe or give you a pill. And your life would expire because you would have no more fight left in you. You'd go quietly into the night. That's what they had in store for the human race. Oh, you disgusting, demonic, satanic, demon worshipper Babylonians. Your time is at hand. So this guy Trump came along and said, "Oh, hell no. I want to build a wall. The wall is symbolic of my nationalism. There's a wall in Israel. There's a wall in China. People build walls to put border up because this is my country. This is our country. We can do whatever we want to do." That's why the globalists, that's why the Democrats, they don't like that because they're a bunch of globalists. They were part of the whole globalist plan, you see. They were against God. They were against country. They were against family. That's why Clinton, what did Clinton say about black people? Keep them starving, keep them poor, and keep them what? Stupid. Keep them starving, keep them poor, and keep them stupid. In a dilapidated, degenerate state of mind. And build up the female, bring up the ghetto woman. You know, bring up the ghetto queen, give them all the power, and degrade the male. Because the man image, man can fight. Women are soft target. So let's flip, turn the world upside down. This is demonic. That's what all the pedophile and all this human sacrifice was all about. When people think I'm about politics or not, I'm not about none of that. I just want to save my own ass. And anybody who's trying to help me to do that, you're on my side. That's what the guy Snowden, everybody remember this guy Snowden? He's a hero. You know, he probably saw what was going on and he's like, holy shit. He saw the big picture. I could never understand why Obama wanted him arrested, because Obama was a part of the plan. And he had to spill the beans, see? And God bless these guys, WikiLeaks, Assange. Because I tell you what, if Hillary was in power, I tell you, we'd be up Schitt's Creek right now. It would have been over. All right? We would be in this dark age. The dark age was upon us, and we kind of dodged this. And that's why you're seeing all this stuff. You know, there's going to be so much more psyop, false flag coming down the road. Because, you know, a drowning man grasps at straws. And this is the big turning. We're turning the corner in these people. Right? We're turning the corner in them. Evil is getting drained. You know, the other day I was driving. About a few months back, I was driving my car. And all of a sudden, I felt like this big weight was lifted from my shoulder. I don't know what it was like. It's like somebody had claws in my shoulders, and I felt like it was snatched out, like it was unhinged. And I felt freedom all of a sudden. It's like, what the hell was that? I think there's some deep spiritual thing was taking place here. Some deep, dark, I don't even know how to explain it, thing that took place in this country. It's a demonic rituals that they were doing. And I think now what happened is backfiring, see, because they thought they had won. So now it's backfiring. When evil backfiring you, it comes back on you tenfold. It multiplies because it's coming back. That's how energy works. So those people are going down. You can run, but you can't hide.